Hi, Anthony Carruthers, Better Lesson Master Teacher Project, and in this reflection, I'll be talking about how we give targeted praise to student exemplars so that other students can know what they're striving for. In this particular student work sample, I thought the student did an excellent job of being precise with their language. So the student writes, when a figure undergoes a rotation, each vertex on the pre-image, the center of rotation, and the corresponding vertex on the image form an angle with its measure equal to the angle of rotation. So it's just mathematically sound, using good terminology, very precise. The student goes on to write the distance between each vertex on the pre-image and the origin, and the distance between each corresponding vertex on the image and the center of rotation are equal. So again, precise language, definitely communicating a correct idea. Okay, the other thing I would praise on this student exemplar is the use of visual aids. So I might say to the class, class, it's really nice how this student gave us not only the statements, measure of angle AOA prime is equal to 90 degrees and measure of angle BOB prime is equal to 90 degrees, but they actually showed us what that looks like so that we can see it with our own eyes, and it just helps us to make sense out of it. So again, just targeting my praise to the things that I would like other students to emulate. One other thing I would say about this, you can notice that there have been a number of corrections and then also cases where the student wasn't exactly precise. And this just communicates that these exemplars are not up here because they're perfect, but because they have good qualities, and making mistakes and receiving correction is part of the process. Okay, this second work sample, I would also praise it for its precision, and I would say the language on this one is a little bit easier to follow, so I would also praise it in that regard. I would say the phrasing on this work sample is very easy to understand. So this student conjectures, in rotations, the amount of turn is defined by the angle of rotation. Okay, very clear. After the rotation, every point on the figure maintains its original distance from the center of rotation. Again, very clear. The previous student communicated the same idea, but I would say this one communicates it a lot more clearly. In this particular rotation, the pre-image rotated at 90 degrees counterclockwise around the origin, right, being precise about what happened, and therefore the angle of a point on the pre-image, the center of rotation, and the corresponding point on the image all have a measure of 90 degrees. And again, I would praise this student for providing us with a visual aid that allows us to see with our eyes what's being communicated in text. So again, whenever we choose student exemplars, really important to target praise to the things that we would like other students to emulate. This is Anthony Carruthers, Better Lesson Master Teacher Project.